Hello and welcome to the Cardiac Cats YouTube channel. I'm your host, Jacob Shorebode, and I thought we'd be here today doing a live stream talking about how it was finally over, right? Like how the hell would that not happen, right? They just lost 52-6 against the Lions. Every moment of that game was a failure by this team. It's unbelievable to me that we can come into today not be able to have faith that this is going to happen. And then we're sitting here around noon watching a press conference for the head coach after all of that and how terrible this team has been, that nothing changes again. It is just unbelievable to me. And look, I understand that by the end of this season, there's no way Doug survives, right? In theory, at least. Who knows at this point? But you just suffered the biggest loss in franchise history to the Detroit Lions. 52-6. The first time they didn't score was with their backup quarterback. And I'm pretty sure they nearly made it to the red zone. And they still, actually, I'm talking about touchdowns. That was still a score. It was a field goal on their 8th drive. Only go up by 52-6, not a big deal. Like, I mean, there's just no way to put this stuff at this point. And it's really frustrating for myself, I'm sure for fans, and for a lot of other people who record on this team. Because what the hell do I say at this point? I mean, we're just waiting for the most incompetent and slow owner there is to make the brain dead decision. Just make the damn decision. You don't need to be slow about this right now. Do it. It's over. This team is 2-9. There is no coming back. There's no fixing this. Your ceiling is 8-9 if everything went right in missing the playoffs. That is your ceiling that you know you won't accomplish. You don't know if you'll win another game. This team is worse than the Urban Meyer team. At this point, they're worse. And they might have a record that's worse than that team. It's unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. So I expected to be here talking about a new day, talking about changes, and, all this stuff. Unfortunately, we're not. I wish I was, so I could have got out of work early. Whatever. But this is just disaster. All I can tell you guys at this point, all you can do is laugh about it. All you can do is eat your popcorn and watch a show, because that's what this is. It's just a show at this point. It's a failure of one. It's ridiculous. But we'll go on the bye week. Nothing will change that really matters. I'm sure they'll find a way to justify doing the same thing after saying that, we're going to review the way we run this team. We're going to change things. We got a plan, right? There's no plan. We would have seen it by now. Nothing is going to change with these guys. It's unbelievable. But, we'll see them next week. We'll get blown out by the Texans at home. We do that every year. And we'll see if something changes after that. Highly doubt it at this point. I don't know if Shad Khan's just big braining this and knows that they're not going to win with these guys and he wants to go 2-15. I don't think that's the case. I don't know if he could actually come up with that plan by himself. But who freaking knows at this point? It's frustrating. But we'll have some other videos out this week. We'll have our mock draft for the bye week. We had that plan for a while. I'm working on finishing my big board up. Not going to have every prospect done I want, but I'm hoping at least the guys that we could actually consider. And then aside from that, we'll probably have a video out just talking about the tanking guide. I mentioned that on Twitter a little bit ago, just basically what to root for, what not to root for. Best case scenario, kind of how Jacksonville can look forward to the offseason, how they'll be set up, and all that. So that'll be our plans for this week. But guys, I'm really sorry. That's all I can say. I'm sorry you got to deal with this. This sucks. We just want it to end at this point. We have an owner who has no intentions of making it end. So That's all I've got. Want to shout out our channel members really quick. Premier Nasir 904, Mr. Dolphin, Scrubber Ducky 500, and Brian Foster. Thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you in the next one. Go Jags.